Hi everyone, my name is Olga Suchanova and I am a photographer and a printmaker. Today in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make your own handmade camera from recycling an aluminium can and how to trace the path of the sun across the sky. So, what is solargraphy? Solargraphy is the art of capturing the sun's trails on the sky with a homemade pinhole camera. It is a form of long exposure photography which can be from one day to few years. Each camera produces only one photo for the entire time. Cameras can be made from any lightproof container. Inside is a single sheet of black and white photographic paper which acts very similar than the film in analog camera. This technique was reinvented in early 2000 by Slavomir Dečík, Pavel Kula and Diego Lopez Calvin. You can create images very similar like this. I'm also the printmaker. I take photographic image and I etch it on the zinc plate and then I print it on the paper. So there are a lot of options what you can do with solargraphy and with images which you produce. For your own research, if you would like to create your own pinhole camera from anything, I would like to recommend a book from Chris Keeney, Pinhole Camera, Do-It-Yourself Guide. It's a really good book and you can create the camera from anything. He will showcase in the book. Also from the history part, I would recommend a book from Eric Renner, Pinhole Photography, and it's from historic technique to digital application. From image inspiration, I would recommend also the book from Eric Renner and Nancy Spencer, The Poetics of Lights. To make your own pinhole camera, you will need 500 ml aluminium can, which takes 5 by 7 inches photographic paper, or you can use also 330 ml aluminium can, which takes 5 by 4 inches photographic paper. Also, you will need matte waterproof spray paint to darken inside to avoid any reflections. Then you need gaffer tape and electric tape, gloves, needle, can opener, scissors, black sheet of paper, 5 by 7 inches black and white photographic paper. I will put some links after the video where you can buy the paper, but I also buy expired papers on eBay because they have really nice effect. Changing bags is optional. Normally you would open the box of paper under the red safe light, but since the paper is going to be in the can for a long time, of the sun pointing at it, you can open the box in normal lighting, not in sunlight. You can create your own black lightproof changing bag from bin bags. Just put around 5-6 bin bags together and then you can change the paper. First, what you need to do is open the can. It is really good technique taking the top off with can opener, which is safe and you can end up with a nice smooth edge. As you see, you have a nice smooth edge. After you open the top, wash and dry the can. When the can is washed and dried, take a piece of sheet of paper, gloves, and matte spray paint. It's black, waterproof. Water gets inside, it doesn't damage your paper. I would recommend to spray the pinhole camera outside or in good ventilated room. Don't do it in very closed room. You don't need a lot of spray paint inside. Just make sure there is slight layer angle, little bit the can, and spray it around. Now we have the can black from inside, and next step is to make a pinhole. Find a point on the center of the can which you can recognize. Take a pin or needle, slowly push the needle in. You don't need to force it. You don't want to have a big pinhole, just a little tiny. When you have a pinhole ready, create a shutter. Take an electric tape, cut a small piece fold in half. You will have a sticky part and non-sticky part. The sticky part you can stick on the pinhole. So when you put the paper inside, it still stays light proof. You will start to do exposure only when you secure your pinhole camera somewhere, so it's ready to expose. Next bit, after shutter, we can create the top for the pinhole camera, which will be light proof and waterproof. You need to get sheet of black paper, and the diameter of this paper, it's actually the diameter for the top. Cut some notches, doesn't matter how many. Take a gaffer tape, you don't need to use scissors, and tear it off. You don't need too much for now. And tape only the paper, no, not with gum, just paper. Then pull the notches down, cut the circle from the black paper, doesn't need to be perfect circle, and put it on the top of the can like this. Get the gaffer tape and tape only the top. Make sure you don't tape it with the gum. So one side through, another piece slightly from the angle, then one more piece, now when we have the top, we can put the photographic paper inside the cam. What you put inside is black and white, light sensitive photographic paper, not inkjet paper. I bought it on eBay, it's expired. Normally you would open the box with your paper under the red safe light because it's sensitive to UV light. But since the photographic paper is going to be in the can and the sun is going to point at it all the time, it's okay to open the box in normal light, but not sunlight. I will use the changing bag because I use paper also for photograms or in the dark room to print the images. And you just put it inside, put the hands in, and take one sheet of paper out. Make sure you close the box, and you end up with one paper. You can insert the paper in normal light, not direct sunlight. Make sure that the photographic emulsion, which is the sticky part and shiny part, will go around the can opposite the pinhole. Paper will go around the pinhole in the landscape format and close the top. Now you have a waterproof and light-proof pinhole camera. The last bit, what you need to do is close the top with the more gaffer tape. Just make sure you don't tape your pinhole. Now you have made your own handmade pinhole camera for catching the sun trials on the sky. I would recommend to put it somewhere outside with nice landscape. If you are on North Hemisphere, the best is to face the pinhole camera facing the south, so you will get a sunrise and sunset. And you can secure your camera with the cable ties or gaffer tape. Make sure it doesn't move. Less movement means better pictures. Pinhole camera is usually around 160 degrees, so it's wide angle. When your camera is secured, don't forget to take your shutter. Make sure that locations are well lit by sunlight, whatever that be direct or reflective will give you the best result in terms of foreground detail. And you can expose it for 1 day or for 1 month, 3 months or 1 year, 2 years. The longest exposure was captured for 8 years. After the exposure, close the shutter with electric tape. Take the camera down. If it's wet inside, just hair dry it, and then under the darkish light put it into flatbed scanner. Don't preview the image, just scan directly. I usually scan it about 400, 600 or 800 dpi in color, and you will end up with digital file. No developer, no fixer, just scan the image straight into your computer and create digital file. I hope you like this tutorial, and please share your images with me. I will leave my email at the end of this video. Thank you for watching and have fun!